It was all touching and whatnot, and me touching him and touching me, and I never, in some cases, didn't have any clothes on.
After coming forward with accusations against an active priest, the Buffalo Diocese is responding. An alleged victim of priest sex abuse shared his story exclusively with the 7 Eyewitness News I-Team. Bishop Richard Malone is now speaking about the Dunkirk priest recently put on leave, the list of 42 other accused priests, and the toll these sexual abuse allegations have had on the drive that never fails. The story tonight from 7 Eyewitness News reporter Josh Bazan.
It's kind of like a big, monster off your back almost, being able to talk about it and whatnot now after all these years.
Matt is talking about coming forward after 2 decades to share his story. The Buffalo man says he was abused for 3 years in the 1990s by someone he trusted, Father Dennis Ryder, while Matt was an altar boy at Our Lady of Perpetual Help in the Old First Ward. The 7 Eyewitness News I-Team has learned of one other allegation of abuse against Ryder, who until yesterday was pastor of St. Elizabeth Ann Seton Church in Dunkirk.
That is not a judgment at all yet, but we remove a priest from his ministry. We put him on administrative leave so that then the course of justice can prevail. In other words, we can investigate this case carefully and take it from there.
Bishop Malone says the complaint against Ryder is, quote, not frivolous. He says he expected more people to come forward with allegations of abuse after releasing the names of 42 accused pedophile priests last week.
Well, that's one of the things I had hoped would happen, that if people have been abused by a priest or a deacon or any minister of the church, they would come forth.
The latest accusation comes at the start of Holy Week and as the diocese makes its annual push to raise millions for Catholic charities. And while Malone says he couldn't provide specific numbers, he acknowledged donations this year are hurting.
Clearly, when people are upset and they're angry at something to do with the church or other groups, I think, sadly, the first instinct is to hold back contributions.
I like to think that God has a plan for all of us, and I still do. But, things need to be done and addressed more so than ever against these individuals who just prey on young kids.
In Buffalo, Josh Bazan, 7 Eyewitness News.
Now, Bishop Malone also reiterated his support today for the passage of the Child Victims Act, but says he does not agree with parts of that. Meantime, a petition with 130,000 signatures is being delivered to Albany. It demands that new law be passed, extending the statute of limitation for prosecuting child sexual abuse in New York. That bill is included in both the governor's and assembly's budget proposal, but the Senate Majority Leader says he does not see it being part of the spending plan.